This is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about kind of the best stones or crystals to wear during Leo season 2023. So I love wearing all kinds of crystals, and I wear them all the time. And I will tell you, kind of, there are some that should be worn more in a certain season than another, but I'm going to talk to you about kind of like the three best ones that you should really be wearing during Leo season 2023. And I will tell you, kind of, Leo season always has like a lot of abundance, a lot of strength, a lot of courage. It has just that Leo lion kind of like, here we go, we're going to move into this energy. And I will tell you, Leos are really truly that king energy. A lot of times they have a great set of self-esteem, already just kind of like built into them. They also have a willpower that is kind of just like this really strong, like, I want to do this, and no matter what's going on, they're just going to climb through it and just get going. And I will tell you, they have this vitality also, is kind of just like this very special. If you have your moon in Leo, you have a little bit of that. But if you were born under the Leo sign, you are really strong and have an amazing energy. Now, my number one absolute favorite is Carnelian. It is a stone that I wear an awful lot because, like I said, my moon is in Leo. But it's one of those, Leos love the spotlight. And because of that, they're kind of like this born, like, entertainer, this born star already, and they have usually this great sense of humor. I will tell you, they kind of love being the center of attention. They love that kind of energy, and Carnelian is perfect to kind of match that kind of like that star energy. Because Carnelian has that like very brilliant energy with it. It has like very bright hues to it, and kind of almost like this very amazing energy of just kind of like making you feel like you can do anything, making you feel like you've got the energy and the power to do all of this. I will tell you, Carnelian also really can heal and open up our like sacral chakra, and that is all about like our creative side, kind of like what do we want to create in our world. And a lot of times Leos just love to create energy and kind of the love of what they love. And I will tell you, being a true Leo is all about the ambition and moving forward. So it's kind of like creating that movement forward. And a lot of times, like, because Leos have this strong energy, they are always kind of like dreaming about moving like their goals into their dreams into reality. And so it's kind of like always this motion of energy. Carnelians can be number one choice for a lot of people for a lot of reasons, but it kind of can really help restore your energy. And sometimes in Leo energy during the Leo season, we may feel like, I need a little extra energy. I've been moving too much Leo energy and I'm ready for a change. And that can come in some amazing ways for us. Carnelian also can teach us not to be afraid of letting someone else be in control. A lot of times that lion energy is kind of like, oh, I need to be in control all the time. Not necessarily. Sometimes we need to step back and kind of like let someone else take the lead because this is their project or their partnership, and it's now time for them to step into that energy. And sometimes that Leo energy can be really interesting, of like taking a step back and allowing that to come forward. Some of the biggest lessons that you can learn with a Carnelian is kind of just letting someone else take control. My next favorite one is a Smoky quartz. Now, I was gifted a Smoky quartz when I was a child, and I loved it. And the funny thing is, I didn't always wear it. I held it in my hands. It was a Smoky quartz ring, and I was like, almost like it's so much energy. I would just hold on to it. I wouldn't necessarily put it all the way in my hand, but I would carry it with me all the time. Smoky quartz in Leo energy is all about like balancing our side, purifying our energy, but bringing that balance more than anything else. And it can balance our mood. It can balance what's going on around us. And it can also kind of bring us back into balance. Sometimes that Leo side of us kind of like, I want the energy, I want the limelight, but I don't want anybody else to have it. Well, this can kind of bring us back into like, yeah, we need to be sharing some of that energy with some other people. It can also, the Smoky quartz can also bring us back into balance with our chakras. And a lot of times that Leo energy kind of like pushes us in some air energy of like, let's voice it all out. Let's be the loudest person around, when we really should be like, let's listen a little bit more. Let's bring that back into balance. This can be a great one to kind of balance and detoxify like all of your chakras with this smoky quartz energy. And know that it's okay to kind of take a step back or not be the loudest one in the room, and finding that pure balance with other people. Now, my last stone for Leo season is Peridot. Now, Peridot is one that I don't have, but I have been looking for. I've been looking for this one to find in the right stone. I found it a couple of places, but the energy is not quite right, and I really want to kind of bring in that right energy. Peridot is all about like nourishing our soul, kind of nourishing our soul in many different levels, but it can also kind of bring in this very rejuvenating, kind of like uplifting. Peridot has this beautiful, amazing kind of like greenish hue to it, and because it's a crystal, it just kind of like vibrates with amazing energy. It can even brighten even your gloomiest days. So if you kind of deal with like some sad days or some things that are kind of like not going your way, Peridot is probably the stone that you really want to do. Now, Peridot is usually closely connected with our solar plexus and our heart chakra, because it's kind of bringing energy and balance to the both of them. Because a lot of times like our heart chakra is like just so full of love, and that's kind of that Leo energy as well. We love everybody. We want to take care of everybody. But a lot of times like our solar plexus, it's like we've got to stay connected. We've got to keep the other person connected to our creator energy and our God source, so that they can kind of keep moving forward. This is kind of also a great stone to kind of wear if you've had heartache. A lot of times this can be a great stone if your kids during the month of Leo will be kind of, the energy of Leo will be kind of moving on to something else, because so it kind of brings us some sadness. Like, we're excited that they're moving up and they're kind of moving to the next grade, or they're moving from high school into college or whatever it is, but it can also bring a lot of sadness, because it's like they're moving away from us at the same time. So if there's a lot of sadness around you during this time frame, make sure you're wearing Peridot, and that can help balance all of that energy. I will tell you, really, Leo's energy has a great self-confidence with it, and it can bring up a lot of things, but not everybody feels self-confident being a Leo. It's like some people are like, yes, I'm a Leo, and other people are like, yeah, I'm a Leo, I'm a Leo. So depending on where you are, these are the three stones: Carnelian, Smoky quartz, and Peridot can bring in some amazing balances for you, and kind of bring some amazing changes and upgrades to your life, and balancing what's kind of off or requires a little more balancing than we would really like to admit to. I think this is a great time to add kind of our angel cards, if there's any other messages they have for the stones. So the first one coming up is music. Music anytime can bring in some healing energy for us and balance things out. And I will tell people, usually the best kind of music to have is one that doesn't have words. When you're listening to the words, it's kind of telling you what to change or modify, or kind of like what should you be feeling or thinking. But if you're just listening to the music itself, it allows your energy to kind of bring in your side of it. Signs. There are signs everywhere that Leo season is going to be an amazing one. It's got an amazing energy for us, and it has some amazing angelology in it. Of course, we've also got our Lion's Gate opening up. We've got a lot of energy in flow and a lot of changes, so make sure that you stay tuned for some more information. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.